Simone? Where are you? Do you know what's happened to my room? I just came home from the grocery store, and when I went upstairs, I found out that the room had turned into a complete disaster. My belongings are scattered all over the place. And I've also noticed that you and your husband's belongings are here in my room too. Oh, hasn't our mother-in-law told you? The room once belonged to you and your husband, and it's now mine. I simply did what I was supposed to do to claim ownership of the room. What? How could it be? Mom totally kept me in the dark about this. But why all of a sudden did she make that decision without even telling me firsthand? I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it. Oh, Naomi. Mom announced that yesterday after dinner while you were busy with cleaning the dishes. You were always the last to know everything in our family, aren't you? Mom decided that Flynn and I will be living in the biggest room of the house because I'm pregnant with his child. Oh my goodness, really? Congratulations, sis! I'm so happy and excited for you and Flynn. It's a wonderful piece of news because you guys just got married for nearly 1 month and you're already expecting his child. Happy or jelly? I bet someone is definitely seething with anger after hearing this news. Especially when that person was given 5 years but still couldn't accomplish what I could in barely 1 month. What are you implying, Simone? Are you calling me out for not having kids during my 5-year marriage with my husband? Well, yeah. Who could it possibly be other than you? I'm surprised that an imbecile like you could get hold of my insinuations so quickly. Anyways, just get your filthy garbage out of my room as quickly as possible. I don't want them in my sight any second longer. What? How can you say that to me? And I can't believe that Mom is treating me like this. After all the years I've dedicated to taking care of the whole family, now this is what I get in return? Yeah, bitter much. Oh, just so you know, Mom also bought me a 30,000 set of diamond jewelry, a few Louis Vuitton handbags, and of course, the Gucci sequin dress that I'd been wanting for years. There's a lot more to it, but that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, good to hear how generous Mom is to you, especially compared to how she's been to me for the past 5 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. It must have been rough for you these couple of years, huh? Well, I wouldn't want to make you feel any worse than you already do. But my husband even requested some days off from work so we can enjoy our luxury trip to France together. Ah! He called it an extended version of our honeymoon. It's cute, isn't it? Gosh, it's hard to keep up with all these gifts that Mom and Flynn keep showering me with. Yeah, cool, whatever. Where will me and Chris be staying, by the way? In my old room, of course. But I gotta warn you, be careful with the dog waste on the floor. Ugh, you and your dog are both equally insufferable. It's just like what they always say, like owner, like dog. I think the most significant difference between the two of you is that you're potty trained and your dog isn't. Ugh! How dare you come up with those disrespectful words? If I were in your shoes right now, I'd be more careful. Especially when Mom is around. Oh, by the way, you should probably prepare Chris for that disappointing news when he returns from his business trip. I mean, it's not like he's gonna be thrilled at it. But hey, maybe he'll surprise us all and take it like a champ. Don't think your pathetic mockery is enough to offend me. I'm not the kind of person who gets easily offended, and I certainly don't care what you think of me. So go ahead and keep trying, but you're really just wasting your time. It's okay, Naomi. You don't have to try to be tough because I literally can tell that you're crumbling inside, aren't you? On second thought, I think it's not new for someone who's unable to have children like you to be insulted and disrespected, right? Poor Naomi. She doesn't even have a clue what kind of disgrace she'll be facing in the future. Naomi, where have you been skulking around all day? I haven't seen your face anywhere in this house. I need you to be in my room right now, so don't make me ask you again. But Simone, didn't you ask me to get some remedies for your morning sickness? I mean, you've already given me a mile-long checklist of what to buy. And honestly, looking at it makes me think that War and Peace is nothing but a short story. Anyways, I'm almost finished with your shopping list, and I'll be home soon. Ugh, I forgot to tell you! I don't need those things anymore. So you can just throw them away or do whatever you please with them. In fact, I've just compiled another list of my diet plan, clothing, and some hygiene products that I need you to pick up for me. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. What? Do you have any idea how long it took me to find everything there is on the list? Almost 3 hours. Look, Naomi, I don't give a care how long you spent on searching for those stupid things. Just get rid of them already. I said I don't need them anymore, and there's no point in repeating myself. Anyways, I've just sent you the new shopping list, but you can rush to the stores and pick up the items later. For now, I want you to show up at home immediately. Gosh, not again. What's so important? Look, I've taken care of everything you could possibly need for the day. Your breakfast is waiting for you in the kitchen. Your clothes are washed and folded. Your dog is fed and watered. The trash is taken out, and your room is clean. What more do you want from me? Seriously, come home and see for yourself. Did you know that the dog has peed all over my room again? This is the third time this week already. Oh, that. I did clean up your room. Maybe Peter did that after I was gone? Anyways, how could I possibly keep track of your dog's peeing habit? I told you to train him to pee in the right place. Why didn't you do as I ordered? Or are you too dumb to understand human language? If the slippery floor made me trip and lose my baby, you'll be the one who has to take the blame for all of this. Well, I did try to teach him to use the potty tray appropriately, but he doesn't listen to what I say. I mean, you're his owner, so you should be the one who instructs him, not me. What? How dare you talk back to me like that? Are you seriously gonna let a pregnant woman do such a thing? Imagine how our mother-in-law would react if she ever found out about this. Look, I don't want to make you look bad in Mom's eyes, which you already did. So come back to help me clean this mess instantly, and I'll consider letting you off the hook this time. Fine. I'm coming home anyway. No need to rush. Another thing? Why is there a wrinkle on my husband's shirt? I told you to iron it carefully until all the wrinkles were flattened out. Can't you even follow these simple instructions? Oh, right. Maybe it's too difficult to understand for a flat-brained person like you. I did iron it carefully enough. Maybe I just missed that one spot. But come on, it's just one simple wrinkle. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. A simple wrinkle? Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I never heard of what you just said. You know very clearly how particular Flynn is about his shirts. That simple wrinkle you mentioned was the spark that ignited a heated argument between my husband and me this morning. He accused me of being incompetent to iron a shirt, calling it a simple task. So why don't you roll up your sleeves and take matters into your own hands? I mean, ironing a shirt is definitely not too much for a pregnant woman to handle after all. What? Do you think it's fair to expect a mother-to-be to do household chores? Don't force me to get our mother-in-law involved in this trifle, because you won't like the outcome of it. Last time I remember, your little riot got you a severe tongue lashing from both my husband and our mother-in-law. As I recall, you were complaining about being treated unfairly in the house, right? Ugh, you don't test my limits. You don't know what I'm capable of. Oh yeah, I'm testing your limits. And what are you gonna do about that then? I guess you can only blame yourself for not being able to give your husband, Chris, a child sooner. A child will come when they are ready, and I'm not interested in forcing that. Well, just hold on to that closed-minded belief of yours. As for me, I see my child as an opportunity to solidify my place in this wealthy family. Look at me now, just 2 months pregnant with Flynn's child, and I'm already being treated like a queen in this household. I can have anything I want right now just by snapping my fingers. Mom's taking so good care of me that she's even afraid to pull a single hair on my leg. Yeah, I'm not sure how long your luxury and lavish life will last, but enjoy it while you can. How long it'll last? Are you threatening me right now? It'll last for as long as I want it to. Because, as opposed to me, you've become nothing but a lowly servant who does everything that she's told. So know your place in the house and come home to clean the mess in my room! Hey Simone, do you know what's happened to my room and my belongings lately? I remember checking the room very carefully to make sure everything's in order before going outside. However, I always come back to a mess. And strangely enough, it's only my stuff that's affected. And why are you asking me that question? Are you deliberately accusing me of messing up with your belongings? Well, I haven't mentioned a word about you meddling with my things. You're the only one who's just confessed to your own sin. If you put it that way, then there's no point in me denying it. Pray tell, why must I defend myself from rummaging through your belongings when I can do so publicly and admit it without being reproached? Surely you are not so naive as to believe that I would be ashamed of my actions. Are you? I'm warning you. You're threatening my self-respect. Don't push me or I'll lose my temper. I'm well aware about what you did and have been doing to sabotage me. Oh, really? And what exactly were you accusing me of? Listen very carefully. I put a ring in the red box on the left corner of the table. I need to know where it is now. That ring is a precious heirloom that I inherited from my late mother. It's the only thing I have left of her, so I can't afford to lose it. I know you have it. Tell me where you hid it, or I will be forced to take more drastic measures. Ugh, that hideous ring. It was too tight for my left index finger, and I couldn't get it off no matter how hard I tried. Finally, I had to use soap in order to remove the ring from my finger, which made it slip down the sink by accident. In the end, it's not my fault that your stupid ring got stuck on my finger. If you're lucky enough, you can take a chance and find it in the sewers. Who knows? Oh, what? How could you say it like that? It was you who tried it on without my permission. Now you're blaming the ring for being too tight for your finger? What is this all about? Do you know how expensive the ring is? It's worth $7,000. And I'm not just talking about its monetary value. But most importantly, it's a keepsake from my mother, and it has a lot of sentimental value to me. Oh, really? Had I known how much it costs, I would have sold it for money. Ugh, such a shame. And why wasting your time explaining to me the sentimental value of your stupid ring? Do you seriously think that it would guilt trip me? Naomi, your stupid naivety never fails to impress me. How dare you even say such a thing? You know what? I'm done being pushed around like a puppet. And I'm tired of slaving away for you, your husband, and the whole family. I'm regaining my self-independence, starting from now on. Oh, look at the little girl finally standing up for herself. How brave of you. I'm sure if your parents were still alive, they'd be so proud. In fact, your determination is so inspiring, I almost felt a tear welling up in my eye. Almost. Nonetheless, if you're fighting your way out to freedom, no need to do so because Mom will kick you out of the house sooner or later. What? Mom's kicking me out? What do you mean by that? Well, it means that you'll be packing your things and leaving this house soon. Oh, for heaven's sake! Can you please try to keep up? Why do I have to keep repeating myself and explain everything to you word by word? I know you were born without a brain, but you don't have to be this stupid. But after all, your parents died when you were at a very young age, so it's understandable that you're not fully educated. Hey! Don't you dare insult my parents! But why is Cindy doing this to me? Where am I supposed to live from now on? And what makes you think your problem has anything to do with me? I'm just passing on my mom's words to you, so I don't have the duty to clarify it. Nevertheless, I think I know pretty sure why Mom wants you to leave the house. As a matter of fact, your role in this house as Chris's wife is about to be terminated. Why are you saying that? It's true that we've had some arguments for the last couple of months, but Chris never gave me any indication that he wanted to end our marriage. Well, Chris hasn't said anything about it himself, but our mother-in-law has been spending all of her time browsing various dating platforms. She even asked me to write a compelling self-presentation for him so that she can help him promote himself. It seems like she's really determined to find him a new life partner, doesn't it? So now I'm nothing but a useless burden in this house, waiting to be thrown away when my mother-in-law decides she's had enough of me? Exactly! I'm quite impressed by how quickly you identify the crux of the matter. But if you really think about it, is it really a downgrade compared to what you were before? I bet not. Anyways, Mom is asking for my help on deciding which girl Chris should match with on Tinder. So I may have to end our conversation here. I must admit, it's always fun having a little chit-chat with you once in a while. Yeah, making my life miserable is just one of your greatest joys in life, right? I'm glad you're happy now, but I guarantee you'll get a taste of your own medicine soon enough. Naomi, can you give me a quick and understandable explanation about all of this? When did you find out about my secret? Oh, longer than you think, actually. In fact, I pretended like nothing happened to help you conceal it from everyone else in the house for the sake of our relationship. Despite my attempts to help you, you continue to overstep my boundaries with your misbehavior. The day you lost my mother's ring was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I knew I had to stand my ground and fight against your escalating attacks. Ugh! But I always hide it so well. How on earth did you get your hands on it? Well, it's all thanks to your little dog, Peter. One day, I found out that he was trying hard to reach out for something under your bed. Curious, I bent down to see what was hidden. It turned out to be an artificial baby bump, and it had a bit of chocolate on it, which explained why Peter was so drawn to it. My gut feeling told me to keep looking, so I searched your room further. I found the secret compartment in your closet, and inside was a collection of fake pregnant bellies, along with some fake pregnancy tests. Ugh, what? That stupid dog! I knew I shouldn't have brought along that stupid, stinky creature with me to the house in the first place. All it does is just sniffs around and marks its territory all over the place. Well, from my perspective, you're the only one to blame after all of this. You know what they say, if you don't want to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, don't put it there in the first place. Oh, I can't believe you're cruel enough to rat me out with my mom and husband. I have never felt such a blinding, all-consuming rage as I did when they confronted me about my secret. Flynn yelled at me all morning. Cindy, on the other hand, made me kneel down and beg for her forgiveness. Well, that's the consequence you could have easily avoided. However, you chose to ignore the warning signs, and now punishment is what you get. Well, they kicked me out of the house, took everything they had given me before, and left me to rot on the streets. Can you believe it? You, Flynn, Cindy, even Chris. You're all heartless people. Now I have nowhere to stay other than homeless shelters. Cruel and heartless? Have you ever looked back at what you did to me and felt a sense of guilt? Just a little bit? You made my life a living hell. Day after day, you treated me like your servant, lost my mother's ring, and even helped our mother-in-law choose a new wife for Chris. And how can I forget the many times you stole money from other people in the house and then blamed me for it? Honestly, I was kind enough to put up with you this whole time. I know! I'm sorry, Naomi. I didn't put enough thoughts into my actions. I was so jealous of you for handling everything in the house so well and making everyone happy. On the contrary, I'm just a clumsy girl who doesn't even know how to clean the floor properly. I thought I'd make everyone like me by pretending to be pregnant, but I didn't anticipate how far things would actually go. Can you give me a second chance? You could try to come home and persuade Mom and Flynn, but I know them well enough to know that they will never forgive you for what you did. But I can't let go of this wealthy family. They provide me with a lavish lifestyle that I could have only dreamed of. Please help me, Naomi. Even after being treated like dirt, you still cling to them? Simone, your greed and shamelessness are definitely insatiable. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do to help you. Flynn filed for a no-fault divorce a few days later, without Simone's consent. Simone, unable to let go of the luxurious life she once enjoyed, repeatedly showed up at Flynn's doorstep, begging for his forgiveness and even attempting to break into his house. However, all she received in return were insults and disdainful stares from her ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law. Not only that, they even had her arrested on charges of disturbing their peace and illegal trespassing. After finding out that his own profile had been uploaded to Tinder and other dating websites, Chris became furious with his mother. He and I eventually decided to move out and start a new life together. Our new home is just as spacious and gorgeous as the old one, but more importantly, it's filled with love and laughter. Every day we spend together is a day that we learn to appreciate our little family. Simone left her poor dog Peter at Flynn's house, but my mother-in-law, Cindy, said she didn't want to see anything that had to do with Simone, so she almost took Peter to the pet shelter. However, I intervened and brought Peter with me to my new home. After all, he's the hero who saved me from being bullied and taken advantage of by Simone. So I'm more than happy to take care of him and give him a new life. Chris agreed to leave his former job and pursue a career that would allow him to spend more time with his family and not have to go on long business trips. And what was meant to be finally has come to pass. I was overjoyed the day I found out I was pregnant with Chris's baby. A brand new journey awaits me, filled with hope and expectation. This time, I will only surround myself with people who truly value my worth.
Hi, Danielle! Guess who this is? Carla? Bingo! Long time no speak! How are you? Did you know we haven't spoken for like 3 years? How have you been?
I've been just fine until now. I didn't think you'd ever have the nerve to message me again. What do you want?
Geez, Danielle, it's nice to talk to you too. No need to be so harsh to your baby sister.
Oh yeah? I can only think of reasons why I should be harsh to you. You couldn't have possibly forgotten, have you?
Hold on, let me think for a second. Oh, wait. Are you still mad that I stole your husband from you? You do know that it's been like 3 years since Matthew left you for me, right? Don't you think it's about time you've moved on? We paid you a very generous severance package too, remember? So why hold a grudge?
I'm sorry, we? That was Matthew paying me the consolation money. You didn't pay a cent! I should have just sued you personally too.
Oh, come on. Besides, what's his is mine and mine is his. It wouldn't have made a difference anyway. You got the cash you asked for in the end. So you should let it go already and just move forward.
Oh, don't you worry, Carla, honey. I have moved on. A long, long time ago. I really don't give a damn about you two.
Yeah, right, Danielle. You don't have to act so strong.
No, I mean it. I don't care about you or Matthew. I'm acting dry right now because I'm simply not interested in having a conversation with you. Nothing good would come out of it anyway. So did you need me for something? If not, then I'm done talking to you. Bye.
Hold your horse, sister. I do have something to tell you. In fact, I have many things.
What is it?
Well, first and foremost, Matthew and I have officially tied the knot.
I see.
After he left you 3 years ago, we took it nice and slow to deepen our bond. We traveled and experienced all kinds of things together. It was fantastic! We figured it was time to start our family, so we got married 3 months ago. And on top of getting married, we started a brand new life in the center of the city.
Okay, sounds great.
Hey, I'm not done. This is the best part. So, we moved in today to our new condo. And guess where we're living?
I don't know, I don't care. But I'm sure you're going to tell me anyway.
Oh my god, you're not going to believe it! We're living in the same building as you! However, the biggest difference is that we're living on the top floor, lol.
Come again? You moved into the same condo? On the 30th floor?
Yes! Isn't that amazing? I know you live on a floor without the view of the city, right? It's such a bummer you don't get the gorgeous view this building has. I think I'm literally at the peak of my life right now. You know, it was completely spontaneous of Matthew. One day he just told me that we were moving. I never imagined that we'd move to a top room of a skyscraper.
Wait, are you sure we're talking about the same building? I've been in and out frequently today and I didn't see any moving truck. I can usually spot one when someone's moving.
Oh, we were super quick. We've always been minimalist, so we didn't have much luggage.
I recall both of you having loads of stuff, but okay. Wait, though, how do you know I live here? I never told you my address when I moved in.
Matthew said he found out randomly when he first came here with the agent. He said he saw you by the elevators and saw it stop on your floor.
I see.
But it doesn't matter how we found out. All that matters is that we're rich and happy and you're not, lol.
I beg your pardon. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You know, I'm living on the top floor of one of the best residencies in the city, with the man I took from you. It can't get any better than that, don't you think? I've proven myself that I am so much better than you.
You think you're better than me because you live on the upper floor? And because you stole my ex-husband?
Of course! Don't you know there's a hierarchy among the residents? Don't you live on, what, the second floor? That is so low, lol. I, on the other hand, am on the 30th floor. There's a 28th floor difference!
I chose to live on the second floor because I don't like heights, which I'm sure you're aware of. And the top floor is expensive for the views, yes. But I wouldn't call that a hierarchy. You shouldn't say such things because it makes you look low, actually. The residents here have class, so they don't think like that.
Sure, whatever, loser. Lol. FYI, we live in 3001. If you want a piece of our new, astonishing life, feel free to swing by. Or maybe we'll see you around in the lobby. Holler if you see us. If you can, that is. Lol.
Huh? 3001? That can't be. My friend lives there. Carla, are you listening? Hello? Hey, Eli. Sorry to bother you. I hope you're off work by now, but if not, can you please reply at your earliest convenience? It's kinda urgent.
Oh, hi, Danielle. What's up? Is everything okay?
Well, I hope so. This is actually about your apartment.
My apartment? What do you mean?
I understand that you've been temporarily relocated, but you do intend to return, right?
Yeah, I do. 3001 is my apartment.
Like, you haven't sold the apartment or anything? Or perhaps rented it out?
No, I plan to live in the same apartment after my project is done here, so I'm keeping 3001. And I never rented it out because I wanted to stay in my own apartment when I'm back in town, which is not rare. But my relatives should be house-sitting from time to time.
I see.
Why? Is everything okay?
Well, I don't know how else to tell you, so I guess I'll just tell you everything I know. My sister Carla is married to a man named Matthew, who happens to be my ex-husband. She messaged me today to tell me that she moved into one of the apartments of the top floor of our building, and she told me that her apartment is 3001.
What? There must be some mistake. That is not possible. Did she simply give you the wrong number?
I went to check it out myself, and there is certainly someone inside.
What the heck?
Okay, so clearly you don't know what's happening either.
Absolutely not. I never allowed anyone to move into my place while I'm away.
This relative of yours, may I ask who exactly?
He's my cousin from my mother's side. His name is Henry Smith.
Henry? Oh, wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I do. He's my sister's ex-boyfriend.
Huh?
This is all so crazy, but I think I know what's going on. I only found out after my divorce, but I've been told that my sister used to mistreat Henry back when they were in a relationship. He's soft, and also younger than my sister, so she used to take advantage of him. She would boss him around and make him do things that were clearly inappropriate. He was practically a slave to Carla.
Wow, I never knew he was treated so badly. So you're saying that she might be doing it again? Using him so that she can get access to my apartment?
I can't be sure with such little information, but that would be my guess.
Okay, well, you know what? I am worried about my apartment and also Henry. I'm gonna jump on the next plane to see what's going on there with my own eyes.
The next plane? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not a long flight anyway. I know there's a late flight I could probably catch if I head to the airport now. I can't stay long, but I need to know what's happening. Something needs to be done immediately if a stranger is living in my apartment without my permission.
Is there anything I can do while you head over here? Should I call the police?
Let me talk to Henry first. I don't want to put him in a difficult position if he's being used. Please, stay put for now.
Okay, I understand. Can you stop by my place when you arrive?
Yes, I certainly will. I will be arriving quite late, though.
That's okay. Thomas knows about the situation as well. He told me to tell you that you're free to stay at our place if you want to hold any actions till tomorrow.
Ah, that might be super helpful, actually. Thanks so much.
Of course. I will see you when you get here then. Have a safe flight.
Okay, see you soon.
Danielle! You have to help me!
What now, Carla?
There's a stranger at my door right now! He's banging on the door, yelling that this apartment belongs to him and that I need to get out! I thought this building has good security! What is this freak doing in here?
Carla, that is no freak. You were so busy bullying me yesterday that you didn't see my last message. The owner of your apartment is my friend. He's banging on the door to retrieve what belongs to him.
Huh? He doesn't own this place! What the hell are you talking about?
To make it easier for you to understand, the owner is a relative of Henry's.
What?
His name is Eli, and he's cousins with Henry. He also happens to be really good friends with my boyfriend Thomas, who I live with on the second floor.
Wait, what? You live with your boyfriend?
Yes, I do. But is that really important right now?
No, it's not. but I never imagined you'd be in a relationship with someone again. But whatever. So you're telling me this place isn't Henry's? I saw him going in and out of this building! That's why I thought... Oh, never mind.
No, go on, please. Were you going to say that's why I thought I could take advantage of him again?
Take advantage of him? No, why would I do that?
Why don't you just admit that you are not the official resident of that apartment, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. You just admitted that you thought the apartment was Henry's and not yours. You made it sound like Matthew insisted on moving into this building, but that was just bad acting. The truth is that you found out Henry had some sort of access to an apartment here, and you threatened him to hand over the keys. Just as you always mistreated him before, you gave him no choice. Well, it's too bad you didn't give him the chance to tell you that he doesn't live in the apartment. By the way, I've already spoken to Henry, so don't try to lie.
You can't fool me, Danielle. I saw him going in and out of this apartment multiple times, alone. He had the keys. How could he not live here? You're trying to trick me.
The only person tricking anyone is you. The real owner, Eli, is on a project that has him temporarily relocated to another city. And Eli asked Henry to house sit his apartment while he was away. That's why Henry's been staying at his apartment. You just assumed he lived there and was too stupid to confirm the whole story.
What? I don't believe this. So Henry tricked me?
I have a message from the real owner. You should pack everything right now and leave today if you don't want any trouble with the police.
Police? No, please don't. Danielle, can't you talk to your friend? If he's away for a while, then there should be no problem staying here until he comes back. We'll do a better job house sitting than Henry.
Carla, you are so lucky Eli has not called the police yet. I told him he could, but he's been generous not to, because you're my sister. But you need to understand that you're breaking a whole bunch of laws by occupying that apartment without proper permission. If the police come, you will be arrested for multiple charges. If you don't want that, then you need to leave now. Of course, if you're okay with becoming a criminal and having a rough life with heroin, that's your choice.
No, of course I don't want that! Danielle, come on! You don't want that for your own little sister!
I seriously don't mind.
Danielle!
Well then, leave!
But wait! We don't have anywhere to go! We can't possibly live in our old apartment anymore!
You think any of us care that you have high standards now? Eli's saying that if you don't tell him that you're leaving within the next 60 seconds, he's calling the police.
Huh? Wait!
30 seconds left.
Okay! I'll tell him we're leaving! Hey, sis! I know you're in there! Let me in!
Oh my god, Carla. Get a life! Why are you so obsessed about living in that apartment? You agreed to leave!
No, that's not why I want to come inside. I need you to let me live with you.
I beg your pardon?
I told you we have nowhere to live!
Go back to your old apartment.
We can't. Because we've been kicked out from that one too. In fact, we got kicked out right before we moved into your apartment. We were broke and we couldn't pay rent, so the owner kicked us out. I was wandering the streets, looking for a new place to live when I saw Henry enter your building. I didn't think we'd get kicked out again so quickly.
I see. So you really have nowhere to go.
And we don't have any money because we still have to pay our old landlord the rent we had delayed. Plus, the housing in this neighborhood is so expensive. We're desperate, Danielle. Please, you have to help your sister out.
Why on earth do you think I would let you stay with me?
Well, it's not so bad, don't you think? We can share Matthew if that's what you'd like.
What? Share him?
Yes! You were so in love with him before. I know you miss him. We can rotate bedrooms so that we both get to sleep with him.
Ew! You are disgusting! You should be ashamed of yourself, Carla!
Why not?
You know, you must have such a small brain. I just told you the other day that I live with my boyfriend. So I do not love Matthew anymore. Nor do I miss him at all. I moved on a long time ago. And even if I did miss him, I would never share a man with anyone. Especially not my sister, because I am so much better than that.
Right, you had a boyfriend. I must have forgotten because I couldn't believe you'd be in a relationship with someone again.
Well, I am, and I'm very happy. So anyway, you are not stepping a foot into my apartment. Neither of you are welcomed here.
Danielle, please!
And for your information, I know you've been wandering around the building for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had reported you to the police by now.
What?
In fact, I should call them myself. Would that help you leave for good?
We're leaving now! Please don't report us!
Well then go away now! And never show yourself in front of us ever again! Bye! I was wondering why she was so afraid of being reported to the police, but then I soon found out that they had been in trouble with the authorities prior to this incident. They'd been reported by the owner and other residents of their old apartment for making noise and tampering with belongings of the facility multiple times. They'd been warned by the police that next time would mean handcuffs, and that's why they wanted to avoid any further encounter. However, since both of them had been disowned by both sides of the family after my divorce from Matthew, they really had nowhere to go. And because of that, it led to them having a huge fight in the streets that the police ended up having to intervene. A religious family member on Matthew's side of the family bailed them out a few days later. Last I heard, the person who bailed them out took the two to a farm on the countryside in hopes that they would straighten themselves by working hard. I don't know if they were able to survive farm life or pay off their debt, but frankly, I don't care. I'm just glad that they're out of my life now.